Hey friends, happy Monday, the 18th of March. Nice to be with you, Monday of the 5th week of Lent. I'm Father Bill Hill, priest at Holy Spirit Catholic Community in Rock Springs, Wyoming. I will share with you a reflection on the daily readings. The readings are linked down below. Click the link, read the readings prayerfully, and then turn off the screen. Spend some time with God before you move on to other things. Spring break week around here, so lots of times a few things in the parish get a little bit quiet. Let's be praying for folks at the Catholic school and the public schools, everybody involved in education to be renewed, to have a little bit of rest as they kind of come back for the main push, right? A 5th week of Lent, the last regular week of Lent. Sunday is Palm Sunday, and then we move into Holy Week. So, may this still be fruitful time for us, right? We have a long reading from the book of the prophet Daniel and then John's Gospel. I should try to keep this brief because you've got a lot of reading to do. One question in relation to Daniel's Gospel, in relation to the reading from the book of Daniel. Where am I staying silent where I shouldn't? Especially where people who are being marginalized or who are have less access to power and influence are being harmed. Like that's the question of Susanna. There's an abuse of power by two judges of Israel, two elders of Israel. They falsely accuse her because of lust, and Daniel is the one who exposes their lies and their hypocrisy. And it is a constant challenge for us to make sure that we are not being indifferent to the suffering of those who are in need, but instead using the gifts that the Lord has given to us to speak up for those who are marginalized. So how am I being silent in ways that I shouldn't? Okay. Gospel, the woman caught in adultery, a familiar sort of a scene from John's Gospel. Be mindful, this is a double bind for Jesus. He's not supposed to be able to win this one. Either he agrees that this woman needs to be stoned to death because it's a clear violation of the law of Moses. She's been caught in the act of adultery. So if he does that, then they expose Jesus to the Romans because he's just led them in capital punishment, and the Romans execute him. Or Jesus says, let's not completely observe everything about the law of Moses and let's let this woman go free, in which case they will expose him to the crowds as a false teacher, and he will lose all credibility and will go back to where he came from. Pretty good double bind. And Jesus manages to escape it by kneeling down and drawing on the ground, perhaps writing on the ground. There are those who say that he writes the sins of the people that are making this accusation, maybe. There are those who say that Jesus writes other sorts of things. One of the questions, this is the only time that we have any indication of Jesus ever writing, right? And is he writing letters and words? Is he doodling, right? Is Jesus a literate rabbi or not? I mean, that's an open-ended question that we don't have clear answers to from any of the historical books. Where are the double binds in my life? Where are the no-win situations? Where are the things where I feel cornered in a box canyon, in a dead end, and I can't win? Where does it feel like I need to turn to the Lord, whether I have or haven't, and beg the Lord to hear me and to help me and to save me? This is something that happens to Jesus many times in the Gospels, and every time he is a teacher of wisdom who is able to recognize the trap that has been laid and been able to rely on the help of God to navigate through it. You have a lot of reading today. May it be prayerful. May it draw you closer to the Lord. I will say that on the bishop's website, after the big long reading from the from the book of Daniel, there is a shorter, more condensed version of that, if that's helpful. All right, read it prayerfully, turn off the screen, spend some time with God. Happy Monday! Woo! Pray for folks having a hard time. God bless y'all.